TRX rows. Every time they do it the exact same way, and it's just up and down, up and down. Here's just some things to think about with mode variance and tempo variance. I did this at a last seminar I was at with Steve Maxwell. We did a row where we pulled and retracted, and then we locked it in and did an isometric for 30 seconds. Totally changes it, all right? Because your scapula is retracted, you're holding tension. You know, you've got your up and down, which, in my opinion, those are the worst type of reps because you don't really focus on tension. What I mean by up and down is just like you're doing a push-up, and it's just about speed. You know, it's just like up and down, and it's kind of jerky, and it's kind of sloppy, and those are the ones that I don't like. And I think that these other tempos, like you could take a 2-2-2, like body weight. You could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 1 rep. That's 6 seconds. You do 5 of those. That's 30 seconds of tension. In most cases, it's going to be more productive to slow it down and have more tension. That's another example of changing the tempo. 2 seconds down, 2-second isometric hold, 2-second positive contraction. Negative attenuated, where you're emphasizing real slow negatives, all right? And then you could just push right back up and then do real slow negative. You could do just pure negative only, you know, where you're doing like an 8 count lowering, and then you can cheat yourself back up. Zone training. I like to do this. I'll do this on chin-ups, where I'll take a chin-up, that full stroke, and I'll have like, you could do either 2 or 3 zones. If I do 3 zones, you've got a bottom third, you've got a middle third, you got a top third. Usually, I mean, you could do it different ways, but let's say I'm going to start at the top third, all the way up over chest to the bar, lower it down third of the way, and do it for either a certain number of reps or a certain length of time, and then maybe drop down to the middle, do the very middle, above 90, below 90, do that for a certain number of reps or time, and then finish at the bottom. You could do it, I mean, you could do it with a push-up. You can do it with a lot. So most of these apply to about any movement. Super slow. We used to practice that. I got certified in it years ago, where you basically you move at an extremely slow speed of movement, where you take every bit of momentum out of the exercise. And it might look like, if I was going to do one super slow push-up, it would look like this. It really fires up your nervous system. All right, so there's another variant, super slow. 1 1/4 reps. Like I could do on a bicep curl, you could do 1 1/4, 1 1/2, where you do a full contraction, lower it just a little bit. So you're emphasizing the full contraction at the top, where you do 1, and then you do 1/4, all right, or 1 1/2. But it's another way to change up the tension. And another way, and you guys may use this in your own workouts or with your clients, but you know, on a breakdown set, where let's say I'm going to do bicep curls, and normally I don't go above 30, but let's say I'm going to go to 35 to start. I know I'm not going to get as many, but I'll start with 35, and then I go down to 30, and all within one set, and I just break it down. And these are things that we don't always think about in our workouts with our clients, is all these different modes. And you can make a workout feel completely different, not by changing the exercise, but how you do the exercise. And all I want to try to get, my point is that it's like if you don't like somebody's form on an exercise, change it. Change the mode. Teach them how to do it differently. You know, if you have a client that the way they do push-ups and their movements is just herky-jerky, man, I'd put some tempo in it. No, take 2 seconds down, 2-second hold, 2 seconds back up. Yeah, you're not going to do as many because they're going to be more quality. You're going to get more tension on the muscle, and you're going to activate a lot more than the way you were doing them. So, what are your guys' thoughts on it?